Compañeros and pañeras, good
Good
evening!
evening and welcome back to Off Court
Series by NK.
So,
Uy, super excited ako ngayon, Attorney Jan.
super excited. Aside from the special episode,
Yeah.
parang may sorpresa yung ating sponsor
Oh.
sa ating
So,
tonight.
before that, Attorney Jan, di ba, yung topic natin ngayon is yung Unified Legal Aid Service. Di ba? The what's and the hows of ULAS. So, di natin patagalin, Attorney Jan.
Kasi our speaker is a lawyer with extensive experience in legal aid, labor relations, and professional leadership. So, introduce na ba natin siya?
Sige, introduce natin,
Yes.
Attorney Jan.
Welcome, Attorney Mike, to Off Court Series.
Thank you. And pasensya na.
Attorney.
Pasensya na.
Good evening, Attorney Mike.
Good evening.
Attorney Mike.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, ano?
Simulan na natin yung ating discussion.
Kaya, hindi natin patagalin kasi yung time ba? Gabi na eh.
Oh,
Attorney Mike, we give you your time.
Your time
yes,
is
thank you,
now.
thank you. Okay. So, apologies. No? I actually just came from another ULAS lecture in Bugao City. So,
Sobrang busy.
Ni Attorney Mike.
So,
By the way, Attorney Mike, pag may questions yung audience natin, pwede bang mag-interrupt
yes,
kami?
feel free.
Yeah,
Feel free.
sige, thank you,
Okay.
Attorney Mike.
Okay. So, I'll make this very brief but comprehensive. No? So,
Sige.
okay. So, we start with the Unified Legal Aid Service. So, what is the basis itong Unified Legal Aid Service? No? So, basically, it's under the rules on Unified Legal Aid Service and the manual on the rules on Unified Legal Aid Service. So, ito talaga yung basis. If you want to know what's the rules, what to do, what's the basis of doing this, doing that, no? Ito talaga yung main basis niya.
So, andyan na
Main
yan.
legal basis, no? Okay. So, basically, I'm showing a diagram and the entire process pag-comply mo ng ULAS, it can be found in this diagram. No? So, basically, kung makikita mo dito sa taas, no? Unified Legal Aid Service. So, everything that has to do with the Unified Legal Aid Service, ULAS, the rules, the manuals, the advisories from the ULAS board, no? Everything, no, goes through what we call the ULAS portal.
So, may portal talaga.
Yes, there's a ULAS portal. And this ULAS portal is integrated sa Supreme Court portal ng what we call the portal.judiciary.ph na website.
So, kumpleto na yan ngayon, Attorney Mike.
Currently, it's the ULAS portal is now live, but meron lang mga features na hindi pa live ngayon.
Hindi pa na-activate.
There are phase 1 of the phase 1 features available na ngayon, pero meron pa mga phase 2, phase 3 na soon to come later this year, no.
Okay.
So sige. So everything goes through the ULAS portal. So what you need to know right now or what you need to know after is to determine whether excluded lawyer ka ba or covered lawyer.
So, meron pala talagang hindi kasali sa ULAS at saka meron yung mga covered talaga.
Meron naman yung covered attorney.
Well, there are those that do not need to comply.
Sila yung excluded.
Covered
Yes,
lawyer pero do not need to comply.
Yes. Hindi.
Okay.
Excluded lawyers. Yung covered lawyers, those who need to comply. Okay. So, if you're an excluded lawyer, no, may list siya. All you need to secure is a certificate of exclusion, no, either through an attestation or an application. So, you can only get the certificate of exclusion from the ULAS portal.
Okay.
So, basically, everybody, all lawyers must create an account with the ULAS portal. Whether you're covered or excluded. No?
Okay.
Whether you're a judge, a prosecutor, mayor, president, vice president ng Pilipinas, you have to create your own ULAS
If
account.
you're a lawyer.
Yes, if you are a lawyer. This is mandatory for all lawyers.
Pero integrated naman siya, attorney, with the PJP.
Yes. So, if you're not, for those who are familiar with the PJP, no, and those that have already submitted pleadings with the Supreme Court, it's the same account. It's the same
Actually, yung
account.
mga barrister, they have barista account. So, when they pass the bar, automatic na yung account nila sa barista.
Yes.
Lalagin sila sa
It's the same account. It's the same
Yes.
account actually. No, for the new lawyers.
Sige. Hindi ko alam yun eh.
But for lawyers like Attorney Hill and no, well, hindi pa namin naabutan yung barista.
Barista account. Okay. Okay.
Mas lalo na si Attorney Hill. Okay. So, kung covered lawyer ka, no, you can be subdivided into three kinds of lawyers, no? You could be a government lawyer who's not strictly prohibited from practicing law.
Yung mga may authority to practice.
Yes.
Limited.
And those who are allowed to practice.
Yes.
You can also be a Philippine lawyer who is based abroad and a local lawyer, no? Generally practicing lawyers, no? In the Philippines, no? And as a covered lawyer, there are two ways in which you can comply. First is you can comply as an individual, or you can comply as a member of a registered organization. Okay.
So, katulad ng mga law firm.
Yes, law firms, legal departments
Legal
of
Yung
companies,
government unit,
probably.
pwede din. Companies, pwede din.
Companies, yes. Yung mga lawyer organizations like our organization,
Yeah,
like
yung
Young Lawyers Association of Cebu, no?
Ah.
So you can comply in two ways, no? So what's the difference sa complying as an individual or as part of a registered organization, no? First things first, the minimum hours, no? Minimum hours ng compliance ng individual is 60 hours.
60 talaga.
That's the default.
Okay.
No, everybody should comply 60 hours of Unified Legal Aid Service for one compliance period. One compliance period is composed of 3 months. 3 years. Sorry, 3 years. No? And it started January 1, 2025. And
26,
it will end.
27, 20.
Yes. No. It will end December 31, 2027.
27.
So that's the first compliance period. So for those 3 years, you should already have complied with the 60 hours.
Okay.
That's the default. Okay. If you're going to comply as part of a registered organization, so there's a peculiar process here in sa registered organization because there's what we call the benefit of aggregation. So what does aggregation
Ano
mean?
mo yung aggregation?
Yes. So for example, in a registered organization,
Bossing, tayong tatlo. Sige.
sige,
Isang firm tayo.
let's say we're part of a firm. So
Okay.
di ba, yung default is 60 hours.
60 per
60 si
individual.
attorney dyan,
Yes.
60 ako.
So,
So, 180.
Yeah, so what happens is 60 times 3, so 180.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the total number of hours that
And
our
that-
law firm collectively has
Will
to
comply.
render.
Okay.
But under the rules of aggregation, no, yung minimum hours natin, instead of 60, it will be 25% or 15 hours.
15 hours
So,
per individual.
so minimum hours na isa-service ko 15, so you 15, you 15. Now, you might be asking, what happens to the other 45 hours?
Yes.
So, the 45 hours, no, depende na yan kung sino yung, kung ano yung, ano ba ito?
Setup.
Yung
Setup
division
natin,
natin sa oras, no?
Okay.
Pwedeng 15-15 lang tayo, tapos yung 90 hours,
Okay, attorney dyan.
so yung the rest, okay.
Ito na, attorney
So,
dyan.
marami akong sub.
So,
Pero, exempted pa.
Hindi,
so,
welcome to that.
yeah, so that's the concept. So, assuming there's 10 lawyers in a registered organization,
Okay.
so 60 times
So, 600 hours yan.
600 hours, no? So 150 hours has to be complied by each lawyer or 15 hours,
15 per
15
lawyer,
times 10.
minimum.
So the 450 hours, no? Pwedeng kung may masipag dyan na associate, pwedeng siya yung
Mag-legal
siya yung
aid na
aangkin
lang.
ng 450 hours. Tapos
Grabe.
15
Wala na siyang ibang trabaho kundi nagli-legal aid na lang.
Ang tawag nito associate. Diba? Okay.
Yeah, sige.
Okay, so that's the concept of aggregation. But you still have to comply with the 60 times.
Pero we'll be talking about later yung magbabayad.
Yes, we will talk about financial
Sige, kasi
contributions
may questions
later.
ako related to that.
Yes.
Sige.
So that's the minimum hours, no? So one thing that you should also take note of is your services for ULAS, it must be targeted or must be for the benefit of a qualified beneficiary.
Yan. Importante yan yung qualified.
Yes. Qualified beneficiary, no? Basically, it's someone who cannot afford legal services. Although there's a list of, may checklist dyan kung saan siya pwedeng papasok. But basically, that's the concept. No? Not necessarily an indigent,
Are you
but someone
gonna
who can-
discuss later yung yung sino yung qualified?
Yes, I will discuss
sige.
later.
Reserve. Panyeros, reserve natin yung questions.
Okay.
Parang general overview lang.
Yes,
muna.
ano lang to, para at least may idea na kayo, no?
Ah,
We
yes.
can continue discussing.
Sige.
And the next is, of course, legal services. Now, there's very broad yung legal services na covered, but the first word, legal services. So, it has to be servisyo legal, no? Hindi siya pwedeng, may iba dyan na
Personal service.
ihahalo, medical mission, or mga donation. Hindi yan kasama.
Hindi yan kasama.
sa legal services na talaga.
Legal service, magdi-discuss ka later.
Yes, and
sige.
ano yung
Kasi
covered na
dami
legal
ko
service.
nang inisip eh.
Yes, pero very broad siya,
Yeah.
very broad siya. Okay. And then the next is what you need to take note of is yung repertorial requirements. Of course,
Ayun.
you have to may mga documentary requirements na you need to submit. Now, as a qualified if you're going to render service for a qualified beneficiary, you wonder how do we determine kung qualified beneficiary
na.
siya? Okay.
Oo.
So we have these repertorial requirements, no? One is the qualified beneficiaries declaration, and the other is the covered.
Declaration.
Yes,
Qualified.
which we call QBD.
QBD.
And we have the covered lawyer's certification or CLC.
CLC.
So what happens is, itong si qualified beneficiary will bring this qualified beneficiaries declaration. May template yan. So
Dalhin niya.
dalhin niya sa
Mag-fill up
lawyer.
siya.
Sa lawyer.
Sa lawyer.
Tapos
si lawyer, siya yung he will examine the document, and if he is convinced that the beneficiary is really a qualified beneficiary, then he will execute the covered lawyer certification.
You will discuss that again later.
Yes.
Sige.
So, itong qualified beneficiaries declaration, it has to be notarized prior to presenting it to a lawyer.
Okay.
Pero,
Prior?
yes,
Prior.
prior. So,
So walang pangalan ng lawyer doon? Andun?
sa ano? No, there's no
Sa
name.
format.
There's no name of the lawyer in the qualified beneficiaries declaration.
Okay.
Except for the lawyer who notarized the document.
Yeah. Pero so ibibigay niya yun?
I-present, yeah.
Kay
Ibibigay,
lawyer
yes,
na
kay lawyer.
hihingi
Parang
niya ng
proof
legal
na qualified siya?
Yes.
Yun ba yun?
So, as an
Parang
example,
ID ni
if I'm the
QBD.
qualified beneficiary, I'll present the QBD, I'll present it to you. I-examine mo, tapos pag-convince ka na qualified beneficiary ako, may supporting documents yan, like certificate of indigency, etc. So, mag-issue ka ng CLC. Itong CLC does not need to be notarized. Under oath ito. No? But as I said,
Under oath pero hindi notarized?
pwede naman. May may template yan. So, does not need to be notarized. Yung QBD lang. And you cannot be the one, if ikaw yung mag-assist sa akin, you cannot be the one to notarize the QBD. So, dapat ibang lawyer.
Pwede naman isang firm.
Sa isang
Yes,
firm.
pwede naman isang firm.
Okay.
Pwede naman.
Sige. Dami akong reserve questions yan eh.
Yes. And another repertorial requirements is the counsel de officio order.
Yes, ayun.
So,
Oh,
merong mga...
nabasa ko, ang hirap.
Diba, merong mga... Hindi mahirap yan. Very simple lang yan. Diba, merong instances naman na nasa korte tayo at walang PAO or conflict si PAO.
Special appearance visa.
I-appoint tayo ni judge ng ng
Counsel.
counsel
Isa
de officio.
nag-volunteer ako. Alala ko dati. Pati ko nag-volunteer.
Actually, nakita ko nasalubong kita many times. Especially sa Toledo. Okay. So, if you're appointed as counsel de officio, you can already start, you can represent that client even without the qualified beneficiaries declaration and CLC. So,
Kasi yung court nag-appoint.
so yung documentary, yung repertorial requirements mo, documentary requirements mo is your counsel de officio order.
So expected na galing sa court.
Yes, it has to be issued by the court.
Yeah.
And it must be issued the same day you're appointed.
So
So,
yun yung sinabi mo ngayon, yung court appointed.
yes, court appointed.
Okay. Kasi may mga pro bono pa yan eh.
Yes.
Diba? So you'll discuss again.
Yes,
Okay. Panyeros,
So,
dami nating tanong eh.
So it depends, no? It depends because there are times when you're appointed as counsel de officio, it's only for the purpose of
Special.
arraignment or bargaining or
Kadalasan.
kadalasan yan, no?
Yeah.
Seldom yung you will continue pa yung
The whole
the whole process,
Oo.
no? But regardless if hanggang arraignment ka lang or until the conclusion
trial
of the
pa
case, you no longer need to submit the QBD and CLC because what suffices already, what started your lawyer-client relationship is the counsel de officio order. So that is what you will upload in the ULAS portal.
So yung portal talaga, para siyang doon ginagamit
Yes,
yung
yes.
Submission.
may account tayo sa portal para ma-upload natin yung evidence
Yes,
na nag-render tayo.
Yes.
Okay. Sige. Portal tayo, Attorney Mark.
Okay. Pwede bang mag-back? Pwede bang
Oh, pwede. Yan. Okay. Ano nangyari dito? Back natin. Okay, dito.
So, etong QBD, CLC, and Council of Fish Order, this has to be uploaded in order to start with your this has to be uploaded para makastart ng lawyer-client relationship nyo, and you can already input the number of hours that you've rendered, no, para sa beneficiary.
So every time nag-upload ka, nilalagay mo doon.
Yes. You input the entries yung mga services na render mo.
Na-render.
Okay.
And aside from that, no, there are also other ways to get ULAS hours. One way would be to join accredited legal outreach programs or accredited legal outreach missions. So, if you join these accredited legal outreach missions or legal aid activities, no, so the benefit of joining is that the entire time that you were there during the entire
Yung travel time, kasali.
Mamaya. The entire time na the entire time of the program, no? For example, it's 8 to 5, no? So that's around 8 to 9 hours. No?
9 hours, kasali yung lunch.
Kasama lunch, so 9 hours. So that's
Yes.
9 hours, no? So if you're going to join a accredited legal outreach mission, so if you're there from 8 to 9, no? 8 to 5, regardless of how many beneficiaries you've assisted,
Okay.
or if sa umaga lang yung marami, sa hapon wala
Wala
na
na.
masyado, no? You get the full 9-hour credit. Oh.
Pero
And-
yung program.
Yes, but it has to be accredited. And you dispense with the requirement of having to execute the QBD and the CLC.
Okay.
So it's not a hassle anymore. No? Imagine, you have 500 beneficiaries sa legal aid, and then you have to QBD, CLC, each one. No? So that's the benefit of joining an accredited legal outreach mission is
So, accredited.
yes, dapat accredited siya under ULAS. No?
Okay.
And you might be asking, sige, ano ba yung proof natin na nag-service tayo? So, when you join an accredited legal outreach program or legal outreach mission, the ULAS portal will issue a certificate of activity accreditation number, or what we call KAA number.
KAA.
So, itong KAA number nyo, kasi you're not going to upload QBD and CLC kasi wala exempted. So, what you will upload or what you will input is the KAA number.
Okay.
And then, since nakasync na yan sa yung KAA number with the ULAS
Portal.
the ULAS portal, so automatic pag
Magiging credit
mag-login ka mag-input ka ng KAA number, automatic 9 hours yung lalabas.
Okay.
And of course,
So, for example, sabi mo kasi, attorney, kanina na supposing sa umaga maraming tao, then pagkahapon wala na tao.
it does not matter.
Does not matter.
It does not matter. Anyway, technically, hindi mo naman control yung Hindi mo naman control
As
yung...
long as the
So, pwede ka
program
nang
is 9
uuwi.
hours.
Pag wala na tao,
No.
you still have to stay.
Yeah, well, of course, you still have to stay. No.
Kasi 9 hours yung program.
Yeah, oo.
Pero paano pag uuwi ka?
Well, that depends, no? That depends. Kasi you are supposed to be there during the 9 hours. No?
Oh.
If you're going to declare 9 hours, you're supposed to be there.
So
Sa 9
question,
hours.
sabi mo kasi pag in-upload yung KAA sa portal, automatic lalabas 9 hours.
Yes, oh.
Paano yan?
That's
Would the lawyer be able to adjust the time? Kasi sabi niya, honest ako 4 hours na ako doon.
okay, right now, ano pa yan, no? Because that feature of inputting sa
Hindi pa.
ULAS portal is not yet live yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Meron pa
So-
mga limitations.
So, wala nang magawa si lawyer dyan kahit honest siya.
I would
Ano yung time na
no,
bigay?
I would say na if you're going to input hours na kung ano talaga yung naano mo, because no,
Kung allowed na.
yes,
Kung allowed na. Yun naman yung tama.
Of course. And of course, when you're done, tapos ka na sa 60 hours mo, whether nag-comply ka as an individual or as a registered organization, then you submit your individual compliance report if you're complying as an individual, or your consolidated compliance report if you're complying as a part of a registered organization. So, sasubmit mo yan sa sasubmit mo yan sa ULAS portal, and then pag once you submit, you will be issued a certificate of compliance. It's not yet final. May 60 day assessment period yan, or monitoring period.
Pero sa tanong ko, for example, a law firm, tapos 5 yung lawyer, so it's gonna be 6 na lang para 5, 300 hours, di ba?
Yes.
So, lawyers ba talaga yung required na mag-render ng legal aid?
Yes, of course.
Hindi pwede yung sekretary mo?
Hindi pwede. Lawyers.
Hindi pwede.
Covered lawyers. Hindi man covered secretary or covered staff.
Kasi aggregation yun eh.
Ay, hindi pwede. Dapat,
Kasi minsan, di ba, I'm asking panyasan, kasi minsan, pag mag-legal aid, ako dati, mag-legal aid, sama ko yung secretary. Kasi yung secretary, maggagawa na mag-print, mag-ano. Di ba? Yun yung ginagawa ko. Kasi,
Okay, incidental na ano yan.
di ba?
Pero walang credit sa secretary mo yan. Hindi naman.
So, parang dinidiscourage siya pala kasi gusto ko kasi efficient eh.
Ano na lang yan? Plus points kay Lord na lang yung...
Sige. At least may plus points pa rin. Sige, Tony.
Kay Lord lang.
Okay. So, ULAS portal, I've already discussed. No?
Okay,
you can
ULAS
check
portal.
no? It's at portal.judiciary.gov.ph.
Okay.
Okay, portal, sige.
Okay. So, who must create an account? Again, no, everybody has to create an account. No?
Mm.
For covered lawyers, dito kayong magre-report ng hours nyo. Dito kayong magbabayad sa financial contribution, which I will discuss later on. Dito kayong mag-upload ng supporting documents, and dito din kayong join ng registered organization and apply for accreditation of legal outreach missions.
okay.
No? Yeah. And for excluded lawyers, you also have to create an account because dito din kayo kukuha ng certificate of exclusion nyo, no, if eligible.
Dito din.
For registered organizations, this is sa ULAS portal kayo mag-apply at mag-manage ng account ng registered organization. And of course, dito kayo magsasubmit ng mga compliance reports.
Okay. So, at least clear yan.
Yes. So, ano ba yung creditable services covered? No?
Sige.
Number 1 is court representation and dispute resolution. No? Kasama na dito yung drafting of pleadings and other submissions. So, what's the concept here?
Natatawa ako sa... I'll have the question later. Sige.
So, court representation. Let's say, for example, your case scheduled for 8 a.m.
Okay.
Tapos, nandun ka 8 a.m.
Mm.
If tinawag yung case mo 8 a.m., tapos 9, then that's what you will input, no, 1 hour. 1 hour of service sa ULAS. Pero sometimes naman may second call or matagal or malayo ka sa docket. No?
Sa calendar, malayo ka.
Yes.
Pang 20, pang 30.
Pang 20, panghuli. No?
Mahaba yung cross.
There are times na 8 dapat yung schedule pero tinawag ka na 11 or 11:30, no? So, obviously, yung tinawag ka 11:30 tapos natapos, let's say 12:30, 1 hour, covered yan. So, what happens to the time na...
You were sitting.
Naghintay ka. Based on the rules, is covered siya.
Covered siya?
Yung waiting time na nandun ka sa court, covered. So, from 8, let's say for example, from 8 to 12:30, ano na yan? That's 4 hours, 30 minutes, which is credited to you.
Input ko.
Ang challenge yan, kasi minsan yung lawyer, darating mga 11 na din.
Yeah. Well,
Paano yan?
that is, yan yung ano.
Ethics yan, ethics.
That's ethics.
Ethics
Yun
yan.
na papasok yung honesty ng honesty system ng as a lawyer.
Yung travel time, for example, although Cebu ka lang, or yung traffic sa Cebu, alam natin.
Okay.
Paano yan?
So, kung meron ding ang tawag nitong incidental activities. Incidental activities is travel time, photocopying, etc. Yung filing, no, or activities that are reasonably connected with your pro bono legal aid service, no. So, but travel time technically pwede siyang isama.
Okay.
But what was relayed to us is that they might, or the ULAS office would only credit reasonable travel time.
Reasonable.
Yes. Hindi naman din
At
pwede.
least hindi hard and fast rule na 1 hour lang.
Yes. Wala siyang sinabi na maximum 1 hour, maximum 2 hours. No.
Kasi
Reasonable travel
nag-flight
time.
ako, lumipad ako.
Yes. So that's the problem. So, if you're going to, let's say, a hearing, tapos 2 oras lang, tapos yung travel time mo, nag-aeroplano ka pa, 3
Hintay ka sa
hours,
airport,
Antay ka sa
nagbarko
airport.
ka pa.
Magbarko ka na
No?
lang.
So, di ba, it's, parang, so 8 hours yung travel time mo, tapos 2 hours lang yung hearing mo. So, di ba, it
Unfair
defeats,
din eh.
it
Unfair.
defeats the purpose of
Yeah.
why ULAS was created. So, that's why reasonable travel time yung pwedeng ma-credit.
So, pwede bang mag-represent ka ng someone from, let's say, Mindanao?
Pwede.
Kasi yung relative mo nasa Mindanao eh.
Yes, pwede naman. Pero, may, again, reasonable travel time yung pwedeng.
Yung nga, nagbabarko,
pwedeng-
sabi, magbabarko na lang ako para
Ayan nga.
related
Oh.
always.
So, there's no hard and fast rule, but if you're going to input, let's say, for example, 20 hours kayong travel
Travel
time,
time.
of course, again, it defeats the purpose of why ULAS was created.
Bakit credit din ba yun, attorney? Pag example, 20 hours yung nilagay ko.
They, I will not, hindi ko i-preempt yung ULAS office, pero
Sila na lang.
based on my experience lang,
Ah.
they will disallow that.
Okay.
Oo. I'm not saying that they will if you're going to apply, pero
Ah.
based lang on experience sa previous na mga they will disallow that. Okay.
Okay, next.
So, next is legal counseling and drafting of documents, no?
Ayan.
Yung
May tanong ako dyan eh.
legal consultation, no?
Ah.
Pag, for example, yung sinabi ko kanina nga,
Pero by the way, ito before ko makalimutan, kasi kasali din yung incidental, nagdi-discuss kayo ng client after the hearing. After the hearing.
yes, I think that would be covered sa legal consultation, no?
Hindi sa yung court representation, di ba?
Hindi, court representation, of course, sa court lang. Sa court lang.
Hindi kasi minsan, di ba, after the hearing,
the
you have to
hearing
talk to
na,
the client,
Yes.
you have to explain.
Legal counseling, yan.
Case law din yan, di ba?
Ano na yan?
Hindi na kasali yung pinapakain ka ni client.
Kung ililibre ka ni client sa
Can afford. Ba't ka
Can
pa, Sige.
Hindi na-cover na gulat.
Kasi bawal compensation sa sa ULAS. Dapat pro bono free.
Hindi naman compensation siguro yun.
Well,
May sabing nga gawa. Sige.
So, sa legal counseling.
Drafting of
before we go to legal counseling, sorry. Yung sa court representation, dispute resolution, kasama din dito yung drafting of pleadings. So,
Tama na siya.
honesty system tayo, so the entire time that you spent on drafting the pleadings.
Sabi nga, hindi na kasali yung pinadali ni AIA.
No?
Pinadali ng AI. Hindi na
Artificial
kasali.
intelligence.
Well, it depends. No? Ang sabi talaga nun is actual hours. No? So, you have to be honest about it. So, hindi naman pwedeng, of course, for example, you spent 3 hours drafting a complaint. No? So, 3 hours yung input mo. It took you 2 hours to draft a judicial affidavit. O 2 hours yung input mo. Nobody's going to believe na it took you 10 hours to draft a formal entry of appearance. Diba?
Pero kasali, di ba kasali yung research doon?
Kasama. Legal research is included.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So,
I have a, ito, nangyari talaga based on experience. Yung mga experienced lawyer, ang dali-dali tapos ng isang pleading.
Yes, it's true.
Pero yung bago,
It will take time for them.
parang it will take
It's
them
true.
like, di ba?
Days.
Paano yan? Parang, kung magaling ka, wala, kunti lang yung hours mo.
That's the thing. No? You have to be honest. Honesty system talaga.
Yeah.
Actual hours that you really spent. No? On the,
Oo, yung mga
Oh.
Marami
panyeros.
akong
Mga panyeros.
I will not say na i-delay nyo or
Yun nga.
mabagal yung nyo. So, or you will intentionally make your mabagal yung paggawa nyo.
No, hindi pwede. Dapat, hindi pwede.
actual hours talaga.
Actual hours. No? So, okay, legal counseling and drafting of documents. So, for example, yung example ko kanina, ako yung beneficiary, pumunta ako kay Attorney Hill. Tapos, QBD, CLC, okay, check. Then, initial consultation, 3 hours.
3 hours.
So, yan yung mo. Yan yung input mo. 3 hours sa
service
consultation. And then, after our consultation,
Tumawag ka.
nag-research ka pa. Teka lang. Nag-research ka pa. Research ka for 2 hours. No? So, input mo dyan. Legal research, 2 hours. Then, after the research, nag-draft ka ng legal opinion, 2 hours. No? So, that's 3 hours plus 2. That's 5 plus another 2. That's 7.
7 hours.
So, imagine that's 7 hours, no? Tapos may court representation ka pa, attend ka pa ng legal aid. Imagine lang for, sige,
One pro bono.
balik tayo sa...
Pwedeng one case, Tapos
Tapos na yung 60 hours.
hindi, yun. Sabi ko, pwedeng one case, tapos ilang compliance period.
Mamaya.
Mamaya.
So, imagine yung scenario na yun. So, initial consultation 3 hours, tapos 2 hours na research mo, 2 hours na pag-draft mo ng legal opinion, that's 7. Tapos nag-follow-up consultation ka pa
The next week.
Oh.
Oh, mag-interview ka pa ng
let's say another 3 hours, no? So that's 10 hours, no? That's just one beneficiary na tinulungan mo. Imagine, times mo lang ng 6.
Tapos na.
Tapos ka na. Diba?
May
Dali-dali lang.
Oh.
Dali lang
Imagine in 3 hours, in 3 years, hindi mo kayang gawin yan, di ba?
So,
Anim lang
kaya talaga.
Kahit isa nga matatapos mo lang kahit isang isang beneficiary. Oh.
Sige.
So, diba, it's really quite easy to comply if you really think about it. No? So, ang problem lang talaga ng ibang lawyers is that they're confused on how to comply.
Okay.
So,
Okay na tayo sa ano?
No.
Yung dispute resolution natin
Yung mga yung court
Ano ba
representation is not limited to it's not limited to yung sa
Court
courts, no?
appearance.
It pwede din sa
mediation.
mediation, sa inquest proceedings sa prosecutor, pwede yung mga hearings sa quasi-judicial bodies like for example, NLRC RAB or ano bang dyan?
Sena, yung mga Sena.
Sena, yes,
kasali din
kasama. Sena, depende. Kasi
Kung kailangan
sa Sena
natin.
kasi bawal lawyer.
Hindi, pwede.
Technically bawal lawyer Sena. Oh.
Hindi, kasali sa ano
May
nila order na
representative o
you can
may-
bring your lawyer.
Yes, pero technically, kung titingnan mo sa rules, bawal talaga yung, bawal yung lawyer. Anyway,
Sige.
move on. So, move on. So, next is notarization of documents. So, the act of notarization,
Dito tayo sa legal counseling pattern
kasama yun.
kasama
Yun
na
yung example. Yun
Okay,
yung example.
kasama na yun. Sige.
Oh. So, notarization of documents. So, itong notarization of documents, di ba, nasabi ko kanina na the QBD needs to be notarized no, before I go to you. And hindi ka pwedeng mag-notarize.
Oo.
So, paano naman yung lawyer na nag-notarize ng QBD? How does he or she get credit? She will actually still get credit, no?
Kala ko
And-
magpapabayad siya
Ha?
Magpapabayad siya.
Hindi. If magpapabayad
Pwede
siya,
naman,
it's
diba?
outside. It's outside already
Outside
of ULAS.
ulas na,
Oo.
hindi na pwede.
Oh. So,
Okay.
what happens is, yung act of notarization niya can still be credited.
For example, yung mga affidavit ka nun.
No.
Yung QBD nga,
di ba,
yung
nag-notarize
pag-notarize
siya.
ng QBD.
Ah,
The
okay.
act
Diba?
of notarization, actually, talaga siya? Credited talaga siya. Pero, for lawyers na nag-notarize ng QBD, no?
Kasali yun.
Yes.
Credited
Oh,
yun.
credited
Pag
yun.
notarize ng
Yes.
QBD.
Oh.
Okay.
So, there was a lawyer who actually
Gagawa
asked me-
din siya ng ano?
Ilang hours ba yun,
Oh.
attorney?
No, ito yung obviously, you cannot say that it took you 1 hour to notarize a document.
Ah.
No? Probably, nasa mga 10 to 15 minutes is even a stretch. Pwede siguro, you can record 10 minutes ka nag-notarize. Pero again, no, reality, it would only take you around 6 to 10 minutes siguro.
Yeah, sige.
So, yan. So, that's what you will, that's
Pero,
what you will input. And then, yung supporting documents mo is yung QBD form.
Okay.
Kasi makikita naman yung name mo doon. Ikaw yung...
back na tayo, attorney dyan.
Oh.
Ako yung gagawa
So,
sa
yung
ano.
supporting document ng 6
Oh.
minutes mo is the QVD. Oh. Ito
Yes,
yung notarize ko, 6 minutes QVD.
Oh. Okay. So, ano pa ba yung kasali? Okay. Aside from that is the participation in legal outreach programs. No? Yan yung nasabi ko na kanina. Yung accredited legal outreach programs. And joining itong tinatawag na developmental legal assistance or developmental legal aid. Basically, yung mga magle-lecture ka.
Ito ngayon,
Ito.
No. But
sa mga qualified.
qualified beneficiary. Like, for example, you're going to lecture about Aturanga Pambarangay or voucher.
Pero yung mga, let's say, nasa school.
Yes.
Ano yan? Mga students. Hindi yan sila qualified, di ba?
No, hindi naman. Meron naman mga sa school, mga children na sa public schools or sa mga
Kahit anong school, di ba? Hindi pwede.
well, again, no, you're
If you can justify naman,
no, you ang number one determination talaga is you have to render your service to a qualified beneficiary.
Yung nga.
Oh.
pag
So kung mag-lecture ka naman doon sa private school
Oh.
na of course I won't mention a private school, pero
meron namang private school na
again you have to justify na ano siya, na qualified beneficiary yung ang ano mo, yung audience mo. Oh.
Pero hindi sila makakuha ng mga form, di ba?
Again,
Yung CBD,
kaya nga, again. So, you really have to make sure na qualified beneficiary yung tinutulungan mo in order to get the credit.
Ang hirap, no?
Hindi naman.
Hindi kasi yung audience eh. Well, for example, punta ako sa public school. Meron namang public school na yung students, yung parents nila qualified, pero students pa din, hindi. Di ba? Sino may
Again, it's up to your justification. No, at the end of the day, si ULA's office yung magde-determine kung ano ba kung credited talaga yung
baga, i-apply lang natin, then at least we have some assessment na they can credit this.
Yes, but yes. Oh.
But it's not an assurance.
No.
But
Kasi
they're trying.
Kasi if you're going to have an activity accredited, there's a list of types of qualified beneficiaries that you're going to cater to. Kung hindi kasama doon yung audience, intended audience sa lecture mo, so hindi siya ULASable, no?
Yun yung term, ULASable.
Yeah, that's the term, ULASable.
Pero pwede naman yung public school mag-apply ng CAA.
Hindi. I mean, if there's a lawyer there who can apply for accreditation, pero only a lawyer can apply
Kasi
for
DepEd,
accreditation.
may lawyer ding DepEd eh.
Pwede.
Diba?
Pwede. If they're going to have a project accredited, then pwede.
Pwede,
Oh.
sige. Kasi ang challenge ngayon, attorney, is that yung mga lode kulang ba, di ba? Ilan lang yung mga yun sa mga
Okay,
chapters natin, di ba?
we'll talk about Lode.
So kaya
Lode,
ang mga
Law.
sentiments ng
Lawyer
mga
ba?
lawyers, ang hirap maghanap kung saan sila mag-render.
Yes, so
yung kaya tanong ko sa iyo kung yung DepEd, may lawyer yung DepEd, gawa sila ng program. So pwede naman doon.
here's the thing, no, if you really think about it, no, it's not really difficult to find legal aid opportunities because you can do it on your own.
On your own.
Di ba? If I gave the example na kung meron lang lalapit sa iyo na tapos may
Magpapagawa ka lang ng
Yes,
yung okay na yun.
Yes.
PBD.
You don't have to join an accredited legal outreach program in order to get credits. You
Kasi yun yung parang yun na yung confusion minsan.
Yes, okay, let's talk about the Lawyer of the Day initiative.
Yeah.
That's a activity that was conceptualized by the National Center for Legal Aid. Actually, it was conceptualized by it was conceptualized by our national president,
okay.
Tony Alan Panolong.
Okay.
Kasi he wanted to give parang other additional opportunities for lawyers to comply with
Ulas.
no?
Sige.
So, hindi lang talaga siya limited to Lodi Desk. No? Although you can automatically get credit from Lodi Desk. No, Lodi Desk, yung concept niya is, of course, you're going to stay in for example, in a ABP chapter office, tapos you'll wait for clients to come in. So that's basically the concept.
Pero yung Lodi, still on Lodi attorney, pwede ba na remote, hindi sa law office? Kasi, for example, yung office sa IBP sa Cebu, nasa Cebu City, yung client niya, dapat yung province sana. Kasi, diba?
Yun,
Walang satellite na ganun. Wala.
merong nag-inquire dyan, and the problem with that is it's hard to police.
Police.
It's hard to monitor.
Okay.
Yung actual hours mo talaga ka. Because dapat kasi kung naglo-lodi ka, dapat wala kang ibang you're not doing work. You're not parang focus ka talaga dyan.
Lawyer of the day ka talaga.
Hindi ka natutulog. Kung online lang kung wala kang you can be forced to watch videos or matutulog ka. It's really hard to police. So it's not hindi siya talaga hindi siya covered ng Lodi.
Sige. So walang remote or satellite.
Yes, wala
Wala muna.
Walang online,
Wala muna.
Walang online.
We hope na in the future.
We'll see. Pero online is a bit of a gray area.
For the time being,
Online
wala mo
legal
na.
aid is a bit
Wala
of a
mo
gray
na.
area.
Sige.
And of course, incidental activities like printing, photocopying, etc. No? Kasama
Okay.
yan sa creditable hours. No? So, sino ba yung
Qualified
beneficiaries?
beneficiaries.
Basically, yung mga indigent party litigants, yung sinabi ko kanina, those who have no sufficient means to afford adequate legal services. No?
Okay.
So, may ano yan. So,
Limited lang talaga dun, attorney.
limited lang talaga. Oh. So, there are around 4 categories, no, more or less. No? One person who has no money or property or sufficient property to meet his own needs or the needs of his family. Or yung gross income does not exceed double the monthly minimum wage, or if my property man hindi lalagpas 300,000 pesos sa FMB, fair market value.
Okay.
And even OFWs, asylum seekers, stateless persons can also be considered as qualified beneficiaries if they do not have the sufficient means to afford legal services. No? And only natural
Yung migrant
persons.
worker,
Yes.
Paano ba yun?
maraming,
May sweldo man yun.
Yes.
malaki nga yung kita nila eh.
Yes, pero if they cannot, if they have no sufficient means to afford adequate legal services, like say for example, they're having a hard time securing a lawyer there. So, pwede tayong pumasok dyan. That is why the IBP actually has partnerships with the DMW
Yeah, ang challenge
to
kasi,
assist
for
those.
example, sa province namin, mayayaman yung mga
No. Ito mga migrant workers, we're referring to OFWs, those that are outside, out of the country.
Yun nga,
Oh.
OFW nga.
Yeah. Pero again, no,
Hindi lahat ng OFW.
Hindi lahat. Pero if mayaman naman ang OFW, of course, hindi yan.
Kasi
covered.
actually, may kaso kami, settle na din. Yung kalaban namin, OFW, nagtaka ko, ba't binigyan ng certificate of indigency sa barangay? Kasi yung problem sa barangay, parati nag-i-issue. Di ba? Sabi ko, hindi pwede yung PAO.
You can actually question that. You can actually question
Actually,
that.
I question it. Yun ba? Parang kasali sila, qualified.
Oh. Pero again, no, may caveat eh. No sufficient means to afford adequate legal services.
Paano yun?
Kung tingin mo naman, anyway, if mag-represent ka ng QBD, you're still going to assess eh. Kung qualified beneficiary ba siya. Kung sa tingin mo, oy, mayaman pala to, may ang grabe ng alahas, ano, naka-branded yung ano, whatever,
Damit.
designer bag, ano, obviously, pag mag-ano mo, I mean, we're not being, pero, at least, from your perspective, if you think, mayaman to, may kaya to, so,
Pero
hindi
kaya
to cover sa ULAS, so,
actually, sa experience ko, attorney, is that yung mga tao, pag nagpupunta ng lawyer, they have to exert effort na mag-dress up din. Yun man yung problema.
Presentable ba?
Di ba? Presentable ba, di ba?
okay, so,
So,
that is where the lawyer comes in.
Parang
So,
i-interviewin na lang ni lawyer, di ba?
yeah, so that is where the lawyer comes
Kasi
in.
yung lawyer has the obligation to determine.
To check, o to examine, o to, kung qualified
ba
beneficiary.
talaga.
Kung sa tingin mo hindi siya qualified, don't issue the covered lawyer.
Kaya nga,
certification.
importante din na notarize talaga.
Yes.
At least, si lawyer nag-a-assist.
Yes.
Paano kuha si OFW or migrant worker ng QBD at
Anyway, it's a template. It's a download. It's a template that you can get
Pag
anywhere.
umuwi yan sa
Kailangan
Pilipinas,
yun inauthorize.
Dave, pag umuwi siya ng Pilipinas, di naman abroad. Ang hirap.
Yun na kasi pag nabasa mo sa manual, yun yung unang pumapasok sa isip ng
Yeah. If you look at the manual ng ULAS, no, nasa annex sa likod
Oo,
yung
mga form,
yung
yes,
forms.
yung forms.
Yung gross family income, ito na, may
Okay.
question.
Hmm.
Yung gross family income, pag solo ka lang, single, hindi ka kasali.
Ayun, sa'yo.
Hindi,
Gross.
kasi hindi ka family.
No,
Solo ka lang eh.
alam mo naman ano eh. So it could if
Pasok pa rin.
solo ka lang, ano siya?
Yung salary ko, minimum wage. So, hindi, qualified
basta,
ako.
depende na yan sa lawyer na mag-assess.
Mag-assess.
Oh.
Yun, so mga panyeros, yung obligation natin,
Yes, you have to
kung
properly
tayo
assess.
yung
Oh.
mag-notarize ng malaki din. Kasi honest to goodness dapat.
Yes,
eh.
oh.
Sige.
Okay.
Dami kong natutunan ngayon eh.
So, again, no, if
Sulit din na yung
diba?
session natin. Diba?
Yes, of course. So, 'di ba? So, pag of course na-determine mo na qualified beneficiary siya, so of course you will execute the QBD and CLC.
Sige.
So,
Doon na tayo sa covered
So,
lawyers.
dito na tayo. So, who are covered lawyers? So, technically everybody, except if you're excluded, no? So, all lawyers are covered except for those who are excluded. So, sino ba itong mga excluded, no? Justices, judges, or officials or employees of the judiciary. So, lahat.
Naka-enumerate na yan dyan.
Naka-enumerate na ito. So, if you are an employee of the judiciary, no, regardless of employment status, basta connected ka sa judiciary, you are excluded. No.
Yung mga anong tawag, CDO.
Yes,
CDO.
since you are connected, you are an employee.
Judiciary.
But you are allowed to practice, di ba? Pag CDO ka.
Yes, pero ano kasi,
Benefit nila.
benefit nila. So, if you are connected to the judiciary, ano
Okay.
siya?
I have a question. Yung
Employees.
load if you have to be technical about it, di naman siya connected sa Supreme Court, di ba? Kasi yung
No,
bayad niyan, di ba, iba? Hindi Supreme Court o Supreme Court?
What?
Yung
The law
Lawyer
just,
daddy?
hindi, yung CDO ba? Sino nagbabayad nun?
Yun
not
ba
ba
yun
this,
yung-
CDO.
CDO pala, Lodi, yung sinabi.
Oo.
Yung CDO, sino yung nagbabayad nila? Is it the Supreme Court or yung
I think they're,
World Bank?
Under.
Hindi,
No.
alala ko dati World Bank yung
I think Supreme Court.
World Bank, World Bank.
I'm not quite sure. Pero,
Okay, kasi ang tanong ko kasi, supposing yung nagbabayad may LGU.
Mm.
Di ba, may LGU. Minsan may mga item sila, yung lawyer ina-assign sa court.
Mm.
Exempted ba yung, excluded ba yung...
no. What is meant here is yung employees ng judiciary.
So
Nasa korte.
hindi yung naka-station sa court, doing court work, hindi.
Ano ba yun? Hindi, basta employee ng judiciary, bawal.
Employee.
Excluded. Sige, moving on. Solgen. Those who are officials or employees of Solgen. Government prosecutors, no, they're excluded. No? President, vice president, cabinet members, deputies, assistants. Constitutional commissions, ombudsman or the deputy ombudsman, etc., overall deputy, etc. Governors and mayors, no, they are excluded. No, vice governors, vice mayors, no, they're not. Even if they're in an acting capacity, hindi sila excluded. And may catch-all, other government of employees that are absolutely prohibited from practicing law.
Oo,
Kasi meron naman tayo, like for example, yung mga connected sa mga quasi-judicial bodies, like for example, NLRC. Diba, yung mga commission attorneys, bawal naman sila mag-practice. So, they can be excluded.
They are excluded.
I have a question. Supposing yung period, compliance period, January 2025 to 2027, kailan ba sila mag-a-apply? At for how long sila
I will discuss. I will discuss that
okay.
later. No? I will discuss that.
Kasi baka mag-resign ba?
Oh, okay. I will discuss that later.
Sige.
So, also the public attorney's office. Lawyers in the public attorney's office. Why? Because by the nature of their work, no, they're already catering to qualified
Ang laki
beneficiaries.
pa ng sahod nila, no?
Oh.
Exempted pa sila.
Oh.
Excluded
No,
pa sila.
I mean, it's the nature of their work. No? The nature of their work, they're already catering. So, murag double ano na siya eh. Parang double ano na siya.
Kumbaga, double taxation.
Ipapayulas mo pa. Okay? Lawyers under members of the Sharia councils at to, PAW ng Sharia. Ito, lawyers whose request for authority, this refers to government lawyers who are not strictly prohibited from practicing law. Okay? So if you are a lawyer, government lawyer, and then, di ba, you're going to request for authority to practice. Authority to practice in order to... It's the same with ULAS. If you're a government lawyer, you also need to request for authority, not exemption, authority to render ULAS. Oh. So, if your authority, or if your request to render ULAS is denied,
Okay.
so you can use that denial as your proof or part of your proof for applying for exclusion. So pag na-deny ka. Pero pag na-approve naman yung request mo, of course, you have no choice. You have to render. No?
Sige.
So, and it's independent with the authority to practice. So, what I mean is, pwede kang, you will be granted authority to practice, but denied naman yung authority to render ULAS mo. So, it doesn't go hand in hand na kung approve yung authority to practice, automatic, ipapayulas ka, no? So, it's a different authority. It's a different request.
Okay.
And
Sige.
also, no, lawyers who have been in the practice of law for 35 years or at least 60 years old, no, reckon from the last year of the relevant compliance period. So, basically what this means is, of course, when you're 60 or 35 years in practice, you can already apply for exclusion. Pero, no, as I mentioned, the compliance period is 3 years, no? For example, January 1, 2025 until December 31, 2027. No? So, for example, 59 ka ngayon and you will be 60 next year.
January next year.
Oh, let's say January next year, no? You can actually already apply for exemption now,
Ngayon.
even if you're 59.
Okay.
Because eventually you're going to be 60. Well, nothing's going to change that. No? So, you can already apply in advance.
Okay. At least that's clear.
Yes. For lawyers who suffer from physical disability or mental or whatever, or other circumstances that would make it difficult for the lawyer to render ULAS, no, you could also apply for exclusion.
Yung disability dyan, ano ba yung
Like,
proof, example?
no, something that would render you incapable of, or making it difficult for you to render ULAS. Like, say, for example, God forbid, may lawyer na stroke. Diba? It's probably hard to, it would be hard to be mobile, no, and to go to court or ano. So, you can use that, just get mga supporting documents and then you can attach it to your application for exclusion.
Okay.
Ito, new lawyers, no?
Parang may tanong ito kanina. Sige.
Ako yun.
New lawyers, no? New
Meron
lawyers
sa audience.
can actually be excluded, no? During the compliance period na naging lawyer sila. So, itong mga
Yung mga bago,
itong mga
so,
bago.
sabi natin yung bago, kailan niya na-admit? Sa ngayon nga na compliance period.
Okay, so if you were, for this first compliance period, if you were admitted to the bar 2025, nag-oath ka 2025, or those that who took their oath recently, no, you can actually, you can apply for exclusion.
Exclusion pala,
Yes.
hindi pala exempted.
You can apply for exclusion.
So, regardless kung kakasimula pa lang, basta pasok ka.
Yes.
Pero ang tanong ko, supposing hindi ako nag-comply ngayon, kasi yung sa MCLA, I have to relate this with the MCLA. So, ngayon, nasa compliance 8 na tayo, di ba?
9.
9 na for
Nine.
pero yung 8 valid pa ngayon kasi
Yes.
okay. So, supposing yung MCLA kasi pag hindi mo natapos, hindi ka nakapag-comply sa 7 at saka 8 na yung minimum, dapat kang mag-comply ng 7, mag-comply ka din ng 8.
Yes.
What happens pag sa ULAS?
It's the same. You have to comply.
So, at the end of the compliance period, bigyan ka din ng ULAS 1. Yung ganyan, ULAS compliance 2, compliant, yung ganyan.
No, yeah, it's sort of like that. Parang ganun.
So, supposing dalawang compliance kasi you decided, abroad muna ako, hindi na ako muna next compliance, pag-uwi ko na lang ng Pilipinas, magko-comply ako.
Yes,
Dalawang
regardless,
compliance
yes, you still need to comply.
Can you not apply for exclusion during the first compliance kasi nasa abroad ka?
No, hindi siya kasama sa list of those who can apply for exclusion. Anyway, pwede ka namang Pwede ka namang anyway, I will get to that. I will get to that on how you can comply for lawyers who will go abroad.
Pero yung certificate of exclusion, attorney, may tanong kasi sa ating mga panyeros and panyeras, hindi pa siya accessible ngayon sa ULAS.
Yes, right now that feature in the ULAS portal is not yet accessible. Hindi pa
So,
siya
apply
live.
na lang sila once available.
Once available.
Okay, once available,
Anyway,
apply.
it will definitely the Supreme Court will have that live before the end of the before the end of the
End of the compliance period. So, okay lang mga panyeros.
So, safety nyo lang yung mga supporting
Reserve na lang,
documents,
reserve. Sige. No, nothing to worry pala.
Yes, nothing to worry about.
Yan yung word eh.
Well,
Sige.
given naman na pag may mga bagong updates, yung first few years talaga yung challenging.
Actually, may nabasa ako yung suspended.
Suspended lawyers?
Oo.
Paano?
Kasi suspended.
No,
Three
they cannot.
Suspended ka for 3 years.
Ito yung
Ano yan?
kasi kung suspended ka, technically you're not allowed to practice.
Kaya nga.
Oh.
So, you cannot render.
Yes.
You are
Supposing yung
Pero
suspension mo ngayon,
It
supposing lang.
depends. Kung 1 year lang yung suspension mo, 3 years yung compliance period.
Oo, okay yun. Pero yung tanong ko, supposing suspended ka 2026, mag-end 2028. Sa compliance period ngayon, kasi dami kong nababasa ngayon suspended. Paano yan?
Oh, well, you still have to comply.
Paano mag-comply? Hindi ka naman makapag-practice.
Well, you have to find a way. You have to find a way. Oh,
Oo,
you have to find a way.
suspend muna.
Oh. You have to find a way. You have to find a way. Because
Diba, ang hirap?
hindi ka magiging exempt yan eh. You're not going to be exempted just because you got suspended. So, you have to find a way. You have to find a way. Okay, going back sa new lawyers, no?
Ang hirap.
So,
Suspended ka pa, hindi ka magkapag-practice. Nakasuhan ka pa ng fraud.
oh. So, that's the problem with the suspended lawyer already. No? So, new lawyers, no? If you're a new lawyer, newly admitted, you can apply for exclusion. So, there are those new lawyers, no, that have already been joining legal aid activities,
Yeah.
no?
What happens to that?
So what happens to their hours
Hours,
na render nila?
yeah.
No? If they're going to apply for exclusion, no, technically, hindi nila magagamit yan because they're excluded. So what happens to those hours? You can actually carry them over to the next compliance period.
Sarap bagong lawyer ngayon.
Oh, so if you're a new lawyer, you still continue with your legal aid activities. So because when you reach 60 or more than 60, you can carry it over to the next compliance period. So it's like hitting 2 birds with 1 stone.
Pwedeng maglalamp ng ngayon na
Yes,
mag-ano ko, perform.
for covered lawyers that are not new lawyers, no, you might also be asking, what if I will
Do
exceed,
120 ngayon.
exceed 60?
120 this period.
Kung kaya mo 120, whatever excess na nakuha mo sa first compliance period, it will be carried over to the next compliance period.
Oo.
But limited lang siya to the immediately succeeding compliance period.
I have a question kasi kasali yung notarization sa, di ba, yung
So,
hours,
ulasable
hours,
hours. Yes.
ulasable hours.
Oo.
What type of notarization yung covered ng ulasable hours?
Pro bono, libre.
Kahit anong, supposing may kaibigan ka, punta sa'yo, attorney, pwedeng magpa-notaryo. Kasi kaibigan ko, sige, libre kita.
As long as you comply with the documentary requirements, yung
Hindi daw
QBD,
sale yun.
CLC.
Yun na.
Obviously, kung hindi daw sale yan, hindi.
Hindi, ang tanong ko kasi minsan may kaibigan tayo na mahirap din yung posisyon nila.
Oo.
Eh,
Again, you go back to the QBD and CLC.
hingi ka lang din ng
QBD,
QBD.
CLC. Oh.
At saka, di ba,
Oo.
hingi ka din.
Yes.
Kasi inisip ko ngayon, si client, hingi ng, so wala talagang pwede magpa-apply ng, let's say, pag wala sa QBD na hindi notarized, di pwede, di ba?
Yes. Oh,
Hindi siya magiging qualified.
It has to be notarized.
Yeah. So kung walang magno-notarize, dapat siyang magbayad, hindi siya makapag-apply ng ano.
What do you mean?
Di ba yung supposing may qualified sana pero wala siyang pambayad pang notaryo. Kasi
May ano naman may pwede naman mag-notarize. Pwede naman mag-notarize yung
Ah.
di ba? Pwede naman mag-notarize yung
pero hindi lahat
yung prosecutor's
hindi
office,
lahat
oh.
ng places may PAW eh. I have come to a place na yung mga remote talaga ang hirap. Isang lawyer lang sa buong bayan. Oo, totoo.
Isang lawyer lang.
Ay, yung kaibigan ko nga, parang 3 lang sila sa isang LGU.
Pero again, you can still find ways. Like for example,
Yun lang,
if
pero
diba,
mahirap.
diba there are instances, diba, na in areas na walang lawyers for notarization. Diba may instance
Yung
naman
judge.
na pwede yung judge
Wala.
mag-notarize, diba?
Bigyan si Judge ng ano eh.
Oh.
6 minutes. Sige.
Okay.
Student sila.
And of course, lawyers or those members in the bar whose membership has been terminated or yung nag-retire or nag-resign. So, of course,
Certificate of
when you
exclusion,
apply
yun na yun.
for exclusion, no? So, pag nag-apply ka, you will be issued a certificate of exclusion. And you'll be issued a ULAS exemption number.
Yung COA
Oh.
through the ULAS
Portal
ULAS
din.
portal pa din ilalabas.
Yes. So, that is why everybody has to create
So
an
yung
account.
certificate mo, sa portal mo, makukuha din.
Yes.
Yun din
Oh.
i-apply.
Yeah, so that is why everybody, even if you're a judge or the president or the vice president,
Mm.
you have to create an account because dito lang talaga mo makukuha yung certificate of exclusion, nowhere else. So,
Sige.
what's peculiar about itong certificate of exclusion is it's only valid for one compliance period.
Apply ka ulit on the next
And
compliance.
the next compliance period, apply ka ulit. No? Itong requirement na yearly, every compliance period yung renewal applies to all of those enumerated except for those who have been in the practice of law for 35 years or 60 years and above.
Hindi
Why?
na kailangan.
Yeah. Why? Because
Yung justice exempted.
no,
excluded din.
you still have to
Excluded din.
excluded din if nasa age requirement, kasama sa age or pasok sa age exclusion. So the reason for that is bakit kailangan mag-renew ka every compliance period? Because your circumstances might change the next compliance period. Baka hindi ka na
Justice.
o hindi ka na in the judiciary or nag-private practice ka na, except for those 35 years and 60 years kasi in your circumstances will not change. The next you will get older. Diba?
So, kung baga, yung mga contractual, kasi yung contractual sa government, pwede din sila magpa-practice, di ba?
Pwede din.
Pwede, di ba? They
Pag
don't need
nag-apply
authority.
sila,
It will depend.
position.
It will depend. No?
Contractual na prohibited ang practice.
Oo.
Yes.
Pero,
Pwede mo
sabi ko nga
mag-apply.
kanina, yung tanong ko kanina, supposing si attorney pumasok as counsel sa DepEd, let's say 1 year lang, so hingi siya ng compliance, exemption, nabigyan siya,
No,
next year nag-resign siya.
DepEd lawyers, as it stands, they are not excluded. Except if,
Pag hindi sila bigyan ng authority,
I don't know,
automatic,
if they will not be
excluded
given it, I think the best example would be probably,
sila. Kasi nasa PAO ka. Di ba? Excluded ka.
yeah.
So, 1 year ka.
Okay, probably, yung example na yun, pao ka first compliance period.
Hindi. First year.
First compliance period, pao ka. Nag-apply ka let's say for example, na-appoint ka, let's reverse it, no? So, first compliance period, first year ng compliance period, pao
Pao
ka.
ka.
Second year,
Hindi na.
nag-resign ka.
Ah,
Let's say for example, naka-apply ka na ng exclusion.
So, nabigyan
It
ka.
covers the entire compliance
Yeah,
period.
Yun nga yung sabi ko.
Regardless if you're
Early
still,
termination ng exclusion.
So, obviously, next compliance period, hindi ka na pa, of course.
So yung mga may balak na mag-resign, kuha muna kayo ng yan, wala pa, hindi pa available sa portal ngayon. Saka na kayo mag-resign. sige.
Hopefully, they don't resign.
Sige.
Okay.
Next. Dito na tayo.
Again, what's the effect of exclusion? Of course, you don't get the hours. No. Whatever hours that you've rendered won't be credited to you. And again, it's not transferable, but it can be carried over to the next compliance period.
Sige.
Okay. Yung compliance period, no, again, it's 3 years, and it started January 1, 2025, and ends 2027.
Sige.
And of course, starting January 1, 2028, that's the second compliance period, and and so on.
So yun na yun.
So
Hopefully by then, maganda na yung system.
yes, hopefully fully operational na lang.
Yeah.
No?
Dito na
And,
tayo. Covered
yes.
lawyers. Covered
Lawyers in registered organizations.
registered organization.
Yes. So, di ba, I mentioned kanina yung registered organization. So, if you're going to join or you're going to comply with your ULAS Rs as part of a registered organization, you might be asking, sino ba yung mga covered lawyers ng registered organization? So, number one, ito yung mga employed sa registered organization.
Okay.
For example, law firm. So, you're employed, you're an associate probably, no? Or even if there's no employer-employer relationship, no? If you serve as a director, trustee, partner, officer of the organization, or anyone who is reasonably connected with the organization, no? You can be part of that registered organization. Yes, or registered organization.
Registered organization
Yes.
pala.
And of course, as I mentioned before, yung benefit is yung, di ba?
Isa na lang
There's
yung isasubmit.
yung aggregation. And then there's a consolidated compliance report na will be submitted instead of an individual
So
compliance
question na to ni, yun ba yung one for all for one?
Yes, more.
For example, 5 kayo, so dapat 300 hours, minimum requirement is 15 per lawyer, tama
Yes,
ba?
oo.
So, supposing, 3 lawyer naka-tig 70, so basically, pag individual, compliant na sila. Ba, tig 60 kasi lang yung requirement.
Well, if you're going to count it,
Yeah, kung individual.
technically,
kung individual.
oo.
Pero kaso, kasama sila sa registered
Yes,
organization,
oo.
hindi abot ng 300. So, supposing yung ano talaga, hindi makapag-comply, hindi sila pwede parang aalis na lang sila sa registered organization.
They can leave if they want. They can leave if they, but there's a consequence if
Yeah,
if lalabas sila.
Yes.
Oh. So in that case, no, you really have to you have to make sure that all the members of the registered organization will also contribute. No.
To the
Ano din there's a corresponding penalty then if you're not able to comply. So you'll have a hard time practicing if hindi ka makakomply. I'll discuss later on.
Sige.
Pero of course, everybody is should, if you're part of the registered organization, you should everybody should do your part and carry their own weight, no?
Kasi at least then, I think, okay yung one for all for one, para magmamonitor talaga no, kung comply. Di ba? Kasi isang tao na lang yung magsasabi, isang organization na yung magsasabi, di ba? Ang pagmamonitor na lang.
Yes.
Di ba? Sige.
Okay. So, it's very easy to register as a registered organization. Need lang ng name, tapos yung registration, kung partnership siya, so it's a articles of partnership no with the SEC.
Okay.
So ano mo lang yung authority ng authorized representative. It's very easy. It's found in the ULAS portal.
Sige.
Okay, you can skip. So,
Ayun.
ito yung tanong mo. What's the effect if magre-resign or i-remove sa registered organization?
Yeah.
So, what happens to the hours that
Pag
you've
hindi na siya
rendered?
kasali.
Supposing terminate,
Oh.
nag-resign sa
Yes.
firm,
Yes.
mga gamon, example.
So, we have the 50-50 rule.
Okay.
So, if you're going to leave the registered organization, no, and then naka-render ka ng ULAS hours, no, 50% of the hours that you've rendered, you can bring with you. 50% is retained by the registered organization.
So, mababawasan natin yung
Yes.
hours
Oo.
ng 50%.
Yes. But, let's say, for example,
100 hours yung na-serve mo.
let's just say 200 hours.
Kasi 200
Let's
hours.
say 200 hours. Okay?
Sobrang busy
Oh.
na to niya. Sige.
So, tapos, alis ka. And then, what happens to your hours, no? If you're going to apply the 50-50 rule, if you're going to apply the 50-50 rule, technically, it's 100 hours dadalhin mo, pero 100 is retained.
Iwan.
Yes. But, the 50-50 rule under the ULAS manual says that you can only take with you a maximum of 60 hours. Maximum of 60 hours.
Yun lang yung
Okay.
So, regardless of
Iwan doon sa
kung 800 hours yung ano mo, 60 hours lang talaga you can bring with you. So what happens to for example, yung 800 hours, that's very So the 740 hours will be retained by the registered organization. So maximum na you can bring with you is 60.
Question. Yung organization, pwede bang, example, maglampas sila ng hours, makari-over din ba?
Yes. The carryover also applies. We'll go to accredited legal outreach programs. No? So,
Okay na tayo sa register.
okay na tayo sa covered lawyers, sa
Okay.
sa
Doon na tayo
registered
sa
organizations.
isang requirement.
Dito na tayo sa one way on how to comply with your ULAS hours is when you organize and join accredited legal outreach programs. No?
Okay.
So how do you apply? No? So there's a pre-accreditation process that you have to follow. You can apply for accreditation sa mga activities nyo with the ULAS portal.
Okay.
No? If ikaw yung if you're going to use your account to apply, then you will be the representative who will or the applicant who will apply, and then ikaw yung mag-input ng mga details doon.
Okay.
So so who may apply for accreditation? So those who can apply for accreditation is number 1, covered lawyer. No?
Covered lawyer.
Pwedeng ako lang.
Okay.
I will apply for accreditation of an activity by myself. Or group of covered lawyers, barkada kayo, kabatch kayo, or wala lang, you just met and then you wanted to.
Yung may co-applicant.
Yes, yes.
Available na kasi siya sa
Yes,
amin
yes.
before.
So you can apply for accreditation. Or if you're part of a registered organization, yung RO yung mag-apply for
Okay.
accreditation. Also IBP National and IBP chapters, no. Itong mga IBP National and IBP chapters, they do not need to register as a registered organization. Automatic na recognized na
Mag-apply.
sila. Yes.
Automatic, pwede na siya mag-apply.
Yes, automatic sila. No. Yung DOJ din, no, through the DOJAC or the DOJ Action Center.
Okay.
Pwede din yung yung law school legal aid clinics, no,
CLEP.
under their CLEP program. No, pwede din.
Sige.
So itong sa CLEP, yung
Ang-
yung kukuha ng yung those who will benefit from the hours are those supervising lawyers. Hindi
Sa
yung
legal aid.
sa mga legal aid ng
Hindi yung
ng
mga
law school. Not the law students.
practitioners.
Hindi yung kasi minsan yung mga
LSPs.
students, pwede naman silang mag-appear sa court.
Yes, but
Tapos may supervising lawyer.
but of
Hindi yan
course,
covered.
they're not yet lawyers, so they cannot
Hindi
So,
yan,
yung
hindi sila
na-
covered.
Oh.
Ang tanong ko Tony, is that, di ba, minsan punta sila sa court, may supervising lawyer sila.
Yes.
Yung supervising lawyer, hindi magkakuha ng creditable hours kasi hindi naman yon beneficiary. Yung legal aid activity lang, o ano ba?
No. If you're going to supervise,
A student?
no. If you're going to supervise
A legal aid
students
activity?
conducting legal aid
Oo,
activities.
pag yung CLEP, yung sa CLEP kasi may supervising lawyers kami. So when they go with us during our CLEP activities, parang
Ano yung
Yes,
activities nga?
mga jail decongestion
Ayan.
activities, mga
Ah,
legal
legal
aid, community
consultation,
legal aid,
legal
o
aid.
mga developmental legal aid.
Yung mga students nag-ano
Yes,
sila?
they are required to do that.
Yes. So sa
Nag-advise kayo
Oo.
sa mga,
hindi, nag-a-assist kami sa mga lawyers na nagkakandak ng consultations.
yung lawyers din kasi sila mismo yung
Yes.
yung legal aid.
Seminars din kasi we conduct seminars to, for example, nagkakandak kami ng seminars to the barangay legal units.
Kayo? Mga students?
Yes.
O yung lawyer?
Kami,
Yung students,
kami.
tapos may supervising lawyer.
May supervising lawyer. So, si
Ang
supervising...
tanda mo na talaga.
So, yun yung nangyayari sa law school legal aid clinics.
Wala ka dati.
Okay, sige.
Nahalata yung age ko rin
So,
Kaya pa ako yung pinakabata ngayon.
balik tayo sa accreditation of legal aid activities, no. So there's a period in which you have to apply for accreditation. So the period is 15 days. So you have to apply for accreditation not later than 15 days from
Prior.
the date of the activity. That's the default.
So, pwede after pala.
No,
After the activity.
15 days prior. Dapat 15 days prior ka mag-apply. Hindi pwede after.
Okay.
Hindi pwede after.
Parang may scheduled activity na and then 15
Yes,
days
15 days before,
kailangan
kailangan naka-apply
naka-apply.
ka
Not
na.
earlier.
Earlier nga, 15 days
Hindi, not
earlier.
earlier than 15 days.
Pwede earlier. Pwedeng 1
One
year
month.
before.
Pwede.
Oh,
Basta
pwede.
not later.
Basta not later than.
Okay.
So, that's the
Yung 7
default.
days.
Oh.
Ano yung sabi mo?
That's the default of 15 days. For very meritorious cases, no, the ULAS manual stated na
Very
pwede siyang
meritorious.
7 days. 7 days prior.
Okay.
Okay.
For meritorious cases only.
Okay.
If less than 7 days prior to the activity kayo nag-apply, sorry, it will be denied by the ULAS office.
Automatic siya.
Automatic siya. No. So,
Pero pwede naman yun na nakandak na kasi yung activity, yung QBD na lang yung hinihingi.
yes. So, for those activities or for those accreditations na
Na-deny.
na-deny yung nyo, you can still get credit naman sa legal aid activity nyo. But, you have to do it the old-fashioned way na mag-execute ng QBD, CLC per beneficiary. And it's no longer the entire hours of the program or the activity. Yung actual hours na yung input nyo. Kung let's say from my example before na 8 to 5, tapos 8 to 10 lang yung may beneficiary, yung
tanong ko ngayon, supposing nag-lecture ka. women's,
Mm.
may 10 qualified.
Yes.
Ano mo, isang lecture lang yun eh. Isang araw, isang oras lang nagle-lecture.
Oh, so isang oras lang yung ano mo. Yung,
Magsasign sila individually.
no.
10 sila.
Yes, pero your actual hours na render ka ng lecture, 1 hour lang.
Hindi kasali yung nagsastudy ka.
Hindi nagkasali yan.
Hindi ron.
Hindi kasali yan.
Naggagawa ka ng slides. Hindi kasali.
Hindi na kasali.
Di ba incidental yun? Incidental hindi.
Well, technically, pero ano naman eh. That's stretching. That's stretching the possible, but I would say you're stretching already what the incidental activities allow.
Ito yung maganda pag nagdi-discuss.
Yes.
Di ba? Na-clarify yung things.
Okay, and pag na kayo, pag na-approve na yung nyo, yung accreditation, yung application for accreditation nyo, you will be issued what we call a certificate of activity accreditation, yung KA, yung what we discussed.
Supposing
Ka
monthly
number.
yung gusto mo, every month ka mag-apply?
Yes.
Di pwedeng isang applyan na lang.
Per activity.
Per
Yeah,
activity.
you have
Yung tanong ko
to.
kasi
Program yung
yung program nga yung
Program.
i-apply mo,
Yes,
supposing may 1-year program ka, binigyan ka ng budget ng office nyo, 1-year program yung
activity mo
legal aid.
Okay.
Every third Saturday at 6 p.m. Oh, for example.
Apply mo
Isang
yan.
applyan.
No, you apply it individually.
Para hindi naman efficient yun.
Individually?
Well, yes, but you have to do that in order to have those activities accredited.
Para bang they're making things complicated, pwede namang isang applyan. Di ba?
Well, merong ganyan, but it only applies to IBP chapters, DOJAC, and CLEP.
Pwede bang makipag-partner sa IBP?
Yes, you can.
Para si IBP na lang yung
yeah. Because there's this ULAS advisory that allows continuing accreditation,
Yun nga.
but only for IBP, DOJAC, and CLEP.
Limited.
For covered lawyers lang na ako lang yung magpa-accredit or register organizations,
And,
you cannot you cannot avail of that continuing accreditation.
sige.
Yung continuing accreditation, that's the concept that you mentioned, that isang program, multiple activities.
Yeah.
So you can do that actually.
Para bang,
Pero
Yung multiple
again,
entry lang
limited
isa.
lang. Limited lang talaga sa kung
Limited
sino
lang sa-
pwede maka-avail ng 1 year
okay.
continuing
So,
accreditation.
as of this time, hindi available to the general, na mga,
Yes.
Organization.
Organization.
Those that are outside
but,
IBP,
IBP.
DOJAC, and CLEP.
okay.
And after after your activity, of course, you prepare post-narrative summary report, photographs, and attendance sheets, no? But-
Evidence.
Pero itong mga evidence na to, you don't need to upload this to the portal.
Sino yung magagawa niyan?
Kayo, yung organizer,
Covered lawyers.
Yung
covered
organizer.
lawyer, you have to secure this. So, you don't need to upload this, pero safe keep nyo lang, just in case the ULAS office might verify if you really conducted this activity or there are questions, so just keep them para pag question or tinanong about your activity, you have something to present.
By the way, before ko
It's-
makalimutan, kasi hihingi ng yung beneficiary, qualified
Qualified Beneficiaries Declaration.
QBD.
Qualified Beneficiaries
Declaration.
Declaration.
Oh.
Isang beses lang yan, may validity
Yes.
ba yan?
No.
Or
One,
every time hingi.
no. One first initial engagement.
I mean, if I
Or
am
initial
that person, can I have one and then gamitin ko sa isang lawyer, gamitin ko sa ibang lawyer?
Yes, you can.
Pwede?
Pwede.
Walang expiry.
Technically, walang
expiry.
sinabi sa ULAS.
Parang,
Paano pag
Ma'am,
change yung circumstances?
nanalo ka ng loto.
Kaya nga, you can actually go, kung yung beneficiary can actually use the
oo.
QBD to go to other lawyers.
Ano the lawyer?
Oo. Pero again, ikaw yung lawyer, you examine, you have the opportunity to examine kung qualified beneficiary mo talaga. If same sa sinabi mo na oy ma'am, alam ko nanalo ka ng loto. So of course, you don't execute the CLC. So,
Yung CLC, yung sa lawyer, di ba?
Oo.
So, pwede pala si
Covered
attorney,
lawyer
pwede pala si
certificate.
attorney mag-conduct ng online provided yung ka-consult niya merong qualified.
QBD.
Technically, because
Pwede.
online consultations is included. Oh.
Do you have to submit at least
CLC.
photocopy lang ng CLC? Anyway, public document, notarized, di ba? Pwede.
Well, you have to as a lawyer, you have to secure the QBD because you're going to need to
Kahit
upload that.
photocopy, print out, pwede lang. Kahit hindi original, di ba?
Well, if you're going to upload it, so at least a scan copy.
Pwede nga.
Oh.
At least scan
Oh.
copy, pwede
Oh.
na yun.
But I would suggest you secure also the hard copy.
Maubos na din yung copy ni...
Copy ni client.
Well, ano lang, just to make sure na I have everything with me.
As Xerox copy na.
Yun nga, Xerox copy nga.
Yeah, it depends on you, but I would suggest you retain or you secure.
O supposing si attorney yung nag-notarize ng qualified
QBD.
qualified investor relation. Supposing hinihingi si applicant yung beneficiary ng 10 copy. 6 minutes each.
No.
Kasi 10, umabot sa oras.
Well, kaya nga, that's again, that's stretching to what, ano.
Kailangan pa din ng doc stamp yan, di?
No comment.
Sige.
Next.
Okay.
Next. Dami
Okay.
tanong.
What's the benefit of accreditation? Again, you're exempt from the filing of the QBD CLC.
Individual filing.
Automatic crediting of hours if you have a valid CAA. Lawyers, no, if lawyers who are not affiliated with an organization or legal aid mission can join your activity, no, and vice versa. You can also join activities of those organized by other registered organizations.
Sige.
Dito, there's also what we call an option to give financial contribution. Okay. So itong financial contribution, no, it does not go to IBP, ha. It does not go to me or ano ba.
To
No.
the
It goes to the ULAS fund.
fund.
No? ULAS fund is used to pay for the expenses sa ULAS, yung operations, and also for reimbursement.
Okay.
Because under the ULAS manual, you're allowed to claim for reimbursement.
Yes.
But the problem is it's medyo
Maliit ba?
maliit lang talaga yung ano niya. And
Reimbursement.
there is a caveat that your reimbursement is subject to availability of funds. So let's just assume na kakasimula lang, so
Wala
wala pa
ngayon.
talagang funds. So it's very hard to apply for reimbursement. And there's also a period in which you can apply for reimbursement. If you don't apply during that period, you can't apply anymore. Okay. So I would say mahirap yung reimbursement ngayon. No? So again,
For now.
yeah, for now.
Pero kasi for example, ako yung gusto kong magawa ng legal aid activity. There will be expenses naman.
Yes.
Can I claim that?
You can claim that. You can apply for. Pero again, subject to
Kaya
availability.
pag may funds, pwede ako mag-apply.
Yes.
Pwede ka mag-apply pero ang tanong kung may funds.
Yun nga. Hindi
Pero
na ako mag-apply.
again, may cap siya. You can't apply for the full amount.
May
Oh,
cap.
may cap.
Okay.
And some of those reimbursements are parang they also deduct withholding. So
Withholding.
Withholding.
yes.
Dami namang
Withholding
ano.
tax.
So
Sana hindi naabot tayo dun.
okay, so we go back to financial contributions, no.
Sige.
So you can pay up to a maximum of 50% of the minimum hours. So that's 30 hours, no? And the rate is 500 pesos per hour. So that's 15,000 pesos. So you can pay up to 15,000 pesos to cover 30 hours.
30 hours.
But what's something that you need to take note of, no? Hindi pwede na yung, for example,
Advance payment.
start of the compliance period, mag-advance payment ka. No. You have to first comply with 30 hours before you can opt to pay for the remaining 30 hours. No. But I would, personally, discourage financial contribution. Why? Because if you realize when I explained how easy it is to get hours, no? So, di ba?
Ulasable hours.
Yeah, ulasable hours. So, di ba, it's parang unnecessary na because it's very easy, even a month or less than a month, you can comply already with your 60 hours. So, I don't think it's...
Pa-program ka lang sa barangay.
What?
Ayun.
Notaryo ka lang.
Depende na rin sa diskarte ng lawyer, no? So, I would discourage this. And I would say probably use this as a last resort. Last resort when, I mean, na, di ba, for example, nag-apply ka ng, nag-submit ka ng compliance report mo, tapos may mga na-disallow na mga hours si ULA's office because OA yung pag-declare mo ng travel time. Let's say, for example, so you are left with, kulang ka ng 8 hours kasi na-disallow. So, tapos malapit na yung deadline. Nasa December
na.
2027 ka na. So, maybe, probably, no? In order, para hindi ka, you can properly cover your hours, pwede mong bayaran yung Pero if you still have time, I would suggest not to pay. Or I mean, no need to pay. Pero if marami ka namang pera, of course,
Well,
who
You are
are we to
welcome.
stop you? Diba? Okay.
So,
Okay.
Ito yung reimbursement.
Okay. Ito, for lawyers based abroad, okay? Lawyers that are based abroad, no, they have the option, since it's difficult for them to find qualified beneficiaries abroad, they have the option to
100%.
pay 100% of the financial contributions, no? Which is, of course, 30,000 pesos. So that answers your question.
LDA.
What if mag
abroad.
out of the country ka for or,
3
so that
years.
this
Paano mo
answers your-
masabi na lawyer based abroad?
Ikaw, you have to justify
Based abroad ka?
Yes.
Kasi, naalala ko sa tax code, di ba, may resident, di ba?
No,
Non-resident at saka resident.
it's not
It's not like that na may 180.
hindi ganun ka-technical yung but you still have to
Pwede lang intensyon na mag-permanent abroad.
well, again,
Okay na yan?
it depends on your supporting documents to justify na Philippine lawyer based abroad ka. Okay. Itong required authority, yes, we can skip that. Okay. If once you're able to comply with the
MCLA
60 hours,
credits.
you get 15 MCLA credits.
15.
15. But this is only available for those who actually render the 60 hours. Yung mga nagpa-exclude or nagpa-exempt, they're
Yung nagbabayad.
pwede din.
As long as it is considered as 60 hours.
Yes, yeah.
So, kasi ang andyan, 15 units, ano ba yung subject?
It's as was relayed to us, it's regardless of subject.
So, supposing, siyempre, yung kulang mo, ano na lang, 15, 21. 21 ba?
36 units.
Kasi 36.
36.
Okay.
So 21 na lang yung
21
natira.
yung
Yeah.
kulang. Pwede bang ikaw na lang mamili kung anong subject?
No, pwedeng ikaw mamili kung saan mo i-apply yung 15 units.
So,
Yung nga, yung wala ko ng dalawang...
Again, it has to add up. It has to add up to
36.
No, 36, and then it must match the number of hours per
Di ba, per subject?
per subject. Yes.
May required units,
Yes,
yung MCLA.
Oh.
Kaya nga yung ano natin, yung,
May required subject din per unit. Unit per subject.
yung nga yung tanong ko, kasi yung 15 units na ibibigay.
You can
sa
apply
kulang,
it. You can apply it to any of the subjects na kulang mo.
Kung ano yung kulang mo, pwede. no?
Pwede. Yes.
Sige, at least,
regardless of the subject.
so at least that gives more, di ba?
Application.
Yes.
Reason to comply.
Yes. For example, di ba, if you
Maski din yung Martin,
mas mura ng mag-MCLA because you only need probably 3 days instead of 4 days.
2 days na lang.
Or 2 days or something.
Kasi 36.
Oh.
53. Ayun nga. Sige.
Ah,
Maganda at least maganda yun ate. That's one thing that
Yes,
I like
oo.
today.
15 units.
Of course,
Individual.
individual compliance report and then consolidated compliance report. I already mentioned this. So, ito yung process, no? Ito yung process of reporting. So, when you're done with the nag-submit na kayo ng individual compliance report or consolidated compliance report, no? You submit that to the ULAS portal. The ULAS portal will auto-generate what we call a certificate of compliance.
Okay.
COC.
But your certificate of compliance is not yet final. There's still what we call
Hindi pa.
there's still what we call a 60-day assessment period. So
Ba't
if
ka pa binigyan?
no, that's that's what is generated by the the system.
Because I'm imagining a situation, supposing, let's say, 30 days, say January 30, 2028. I imagine that day. You filed a pleading. Di ba? Tapos, it turns out na hindi ka pala nakapag-comply. Di ba? Sinulat mo doon sa pleading mo eh. Compliance certificate number, ganyan. It turned out parang pag anuhin ka ng kalaban mo eh, ano to eh.
Okay, so that's done. No? So as a lawyer, no, you have to comply early.
Pwede ka namang maghingi ng compliance certificate kahit hindi pa natapos yung compliance period.
It will be
Yes,
given.
if
Natapos mo na 60.
yeah, if
The moment you're able
Yeah,
to
yeah.
comply with the 60, pwede ka na mag-apply.
yeah, even during the first year or within the first year.
At least.
If tapos ka na, pwede ka na
Okay.
mag-apply. Oh, pwede ka na
Kasi
mag-apply.
na-
Kung open na yung portal.
Yes, oh, pwede ka na mag-apply.
Ready pa.
You don't have to wait until December to get your So going back, no. So yung certificate of compliance, no, hindi pa siya final. It will only be final may 60-day kasi assessment period. Within that time, the ULAS office might issue notice to comply or notice of non-compliance, which is, of course, i-comply mo yan, magsasubmit ka ng supplemental compliance report, and then after 60 days, if
Magiging available na yan sa portal.
no, after 60 days, your certificate of compliance becomes final.
If
Oh.
there's no action.
Yeah, if there's no action or if you've already remedied the
Hindi, pag
the
walang
compliance
action.
issue. If there's no action, again, it
Automatic
becomes
siya.
final, automatic.
So parang walang packet veto.
Yeah.
Yung alala mo sa constitutional law.
Yes, yes.
Yung packet veto.
So even if there was an issue, pero hindi nakita ng ULAS office, it becomes final. And then when it becomes final, you will be issued the ULAS compliance certificate number.
COC number.
Basta ULAS compliance number.
ULAS
And that is
compliance
the number that you will use when you in your pleadings. That is the number that you will use in
So
your
in short,
notarial stuff.
what we are saying na pag kung COC lang, hindi mo pa pwede masulat.
Hindi mo. If COC lang, hindi pa final, you will not be issued the ULAS
Question,
compliance
can you
number.
still practice?
Yes. Pwede.
Pero wala kang
Pending.
compliance
Pwede mo
certificate.
naman anong pending? Oh.
Pending lang isulat.
Oh.
Applied.
Basta,
Pending.
that's
Hindi,
why,
hindi ba nakasulat sa rules nila?
hindi.
Baka i-amend nila yun.
No. It's an evolving process.
Yeah.
They issue advisories to cure issues like that.
Ah.
So
Okay.
that's a good.
At least na, pag nag-usap
Yes,
sila.
that's a good point na we can probably raise to
Yeah.
the ULAS board
Yeah.
when they convene.
Kasi alam mo yung lawyer sobrang technical ng words.
No.
Hey, you have not complied kasi wala ka pang compliance certificate. Yung ganyan, di ba? Ako, I would raise that. Why not?
Okay, so ano bang content ng report when you submit? So it's the service entries for your current compliance, your financial contribution if you've had any. Summary of all the entries sa portal mo, including those that were carried over from the previous period.
Pero available na ba ito sa
Hindi pa,
portal?
hindi
Hindi pa. Okay.
Yung sa pagkaka-access ko ng ULAS portal, yung available pa lang is the applying for activity.
Yes. And the registering of registered organizations. Yun pa lang yung dalawa yung available.
Di pa dito yung submission, wala pa. Hindi ko pa nakikita.
Pero nothing to worry. It will be available soon.
Soon.
Even
Yes.
if you're doing the activities now, you're getting the supposed hours, it's okay. You can submit later.
Yes. Oh, ano mo na lang, i-take note nyo na lang yung tapos yung mga supporting documents.
Okay.
Yung QBD, CLC, Council of Officials.
Oh, what if yung organizing group hindi nag-submit sa Supreme Court? Sa portal, okay lang ba? What is the remedy of the individual participating lawyer?
Well,
Sa legal aid
that's it. No?
activities.
You have to, what you mean, hindi nagsasubmit?
Di-
Registered organization.
ikaw pa din yung nag-a-apply pala
Oo.
ng credit hours.
Okay, for registered organizations, there's the list of aggregated lawyers, yung 15 hours, tapos yung service entries, and yung financial contributions na if any.
Sige.
Um,
Yung
Again,
supporting documents.
supporting documents, ano yung need i-upload? Again, no, it's the
Ayun.
QBD, CLC, Council de Officio Order. And if accredited legal outreach program, i-input mo lang yung KA number.
Kaanam.
Yung iba, yung mga attendance sheets, yung mga photos, yung mga post-narrative summary ng activities, yung mga pleadings mo, yung mga certificate of appearance mo sa court, hindi mo kailangan i-upload yan. Safe keep lang yan just in case
May
hanapan.
dispute.
Oh,
Hingin or
may dispute or
notice.
oh.
Okay.
And certificate of compliance. Okay. Again, if you're done with your
Yung hours.
you get
validate na.
na-validate na lahat. You'll be issued as ULAS compliance certificate number.
Mm-mm.
And then for excluded lawyers naman yung ULAS exemption number.
Okay.
So, ano ba yung mga list of incentives? No, as mentioned kanina, 15 MCLE credits, reimbursement of expenses, tax incentives, incentives.
Ano ba yung tax incentives?
Paano ba
applicable.
yun, attorney? Yung tax
It
incentive?
depends kung anong tax incentives na ibibigay ni BIR or ni LGU.
So, wala pang memorandum.
Ngayon, I am not quite familiar with meron bang ano. Pero
Mag-i-issue pa lang
there's
sila.
probably talks already regarding that. No?
Okay.
Notarial practice, so this is one of the exemptions sa notarial practice rules, 'di ba? Sa notarial practice rules,
So may bago na?
no. This is one of the exemptions lang, 'di ba? Yung lawyers are supposed to notarize
At the
documents
place of yung
their
ganyan.
usual place of work or business. So this is an exemption. You can actually notarize documents outside. Basta within your notarial jurisdiction.
jurisdiction.
But it's only for ULAS activities.
Within
Within,
authorized.
Pero yung qualified,
Yes,
mag-a-apply yung beneficiary.
yes. You can notarize documents
So,
outside.
in short, pwedeng sa legal aid,
Pwede.
mag-a-apply maghihingi yung mga audience doon or participants ng qualified.
KBD.
Yes, pwede.
Pwede sila
Pwede.
maghingi doon.
Pwede.
Sige.
And you
Pwede
get free
maghingi.
TSN copies.
Free na
Yeah.
yung TSN.
Basta yung ULAS
Basta,
Kung ULAS compliant ka, free. TSN ka na.
No.
parang yung
For your case, let's say for example,
For the
nag-handle
case.
ka
for
ng
the
case.
pro bono case
for-
lang.
Akala ko
Free request
compliant,
ng TSN.
free ka na.
Ay, hindi yan pwede. Lahat dapat mag-comply. So,
Kaya
libre
nga.
din pwede.
Kaya nga, ang ganda eh.
Sana.
And meron din sa ULAS manual that you can actually apply for exemptions sa filing fees for your ULAS client.
Okay. The pro bono
So,
client.
so what's the effect of non-compliance? Ito. So, hindi naman siya automatic na hindi ka nag-comply, automatic you get penalized. There will be multiple chances that ULAS office will provide you. If hindi ka talaga mag-comply despite the notices, you will be met with a fine ranging from 1,000 to 1,500 for each hour that you fall short. And you may
Kung
be
nagbabayad
declared
ka, 500.
you may be declared a delinquent member
Ang
or
bayad ka
cannot
naman 500
obtain.
para hindi 1,000.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's the thing, no. If tapos ka na 30 hours, tapos hindi mo na tapos yung remaining,
Huwag ka na
magbayad
mag-antay.
ka na lang. Huwag ka na maghintay na ma-penalize
Para
because
maging 1,000.
yes, because
1,000 per hour.
something that you have to take note of sa fine is that even if you pay the fine, you still need to comply with the hours that
May fine
you are
ka pa.
deficient.
So,
May
for
fine ka pa, you
example,
still need to-
magiging,
Comply pa din.
pwedeng magiging
May fine ka
2,000.
na.
Yeah, technically. Oh.
Pwedeng magiging 2,000.
Yes, technically.
Oh. Penalty lang kasi.
Oh.
Di ba, ano yan, hemorrhaging to the conscience of...
Hindi.
Sige.
And of course, you cannot obtain certificate of good standing with the OBC.
Okay.
So, tapos na tayo, attorney. Parang ang dami kong natutunan doon eh. Di ba?
Ang dami din nating tanong.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, guys, before mag-entertain si attorney, at saka break din, anong tawag doon yung sa impeachment? Break? Yung break doon, anong tawag doon? Punta lang muna kami sa ano ba yun?
Nakalimutan.
Answering to the call of nature. At saka inom ng water. Let's hear yung from sponsor natin in case.
So,
Introducing the Ncase Professional Website Service, a professional website for our legal practice, managed directly through Ncase. helping us strengthen our digital presence and become easier to discover through the Ncase Lawyer Directory. Today, when someone needs legal help, the search often begins online. They search for a lawyer, ask family or friends for referrals, or try to find where they can make an inquiry. But building and maintaining a professional website requires time, technical skills, and continuing effort. The Ncase Professional Website Service gives us a practical way to establish and manage our professional presence online. We can organize our profile, contact information, practice areas, legal services, and professional background in one website, making it easier for people to understand who we are, how we may assist, and how they can reach us. We can also publish legal articles and short videos that answer common legal questions and provide useful information to people seeking legal assistance. Because our website is connected to the Ncase Lawyer Directory, people looking for legal services can more easily discover our practice through Ncase. And this is only the beginning. We are building a connected ecosystem where people can discover our practice, book consultations, submit required documents, and communicate with us through one platform. From the first inquiry to client engagement, these interactions can connect directly to our Ncase account, helping us manage client coordination with greater clarity from the beginning. Our legal practice deserves a professional presence that reflects the work we do and makes it easier for people to reach us when legal help is needed.
Okay.
Yun. So, meron tayong maraming questions from our panyeros and panyera sa live natin. So, ito na yung mga questions, Attorney Mike.
Okay na tayo, Atty. Parang ano na ito, recitation.
Ano na?
Pusil.
Okay.
So, first question, I always do for free legal consultation as my advocacy in our municipality. Am I not exempted from ULAS?
Okay.
ULAS.
That's admirable.
Admirable.
But wala po sa exemption na
Wala sa provision.
wala sa exemption yan. But if you want those activities credited, no, you have to have the supporting documents, or you join or organize or create an activity, accredited legal aid activity.
Ah.
So, saying. And next question, 2025 bar passer. Exempted to comply po ba sa first cycle? Tama po ba ang intindi ko? At kung nag-serve na po ng free legal consultation, tama po ba ang intindi ko na pwede ito magamit sa next cycle?
Yes, as I discussed kanina, no, you can apply for exemption if you pass the bar within that compliance period, and then whatever services, whatever hours that you've gathered during that compliance period carried over to the next compliance period.
Okay.
But again, only maximum immediately succeeding.
Immediately succeeding. So, hindi ka pwede 180, nakuha mo yung 60, yung 120, libre na yung 60.
Yes.
Next compliance
sa
period
60
lang pwede
lang.
mag-credit.
So, eto nasagot na to, pero itatanong pa rin natin kay Attorney Mike. Attorney, naka-render ko o pro bono. So, naka-render ako ng pro bono service from consultation, drafting, counter affidavit, arraignment, mediation, and settlement for a BP22 case. I did follow the documentary requirements based sa ULAS rules or manual.
So, the QBD and CLC, I presume. Okay.
My question, since di pa available yung ULAS portal, where to submit?
Okay, there's only one way to submit it, through the portal. So if that feature in the ULAS portal is not yet available, so i-ano mo lang muna, i-note mo lang muna. I-take note mo lang
I-keep
muna.
na lang yung mga documents.
Keep mo lang yung mga documents, yung mga ano mo. Tapos you make ano lang muna, a list for yourself para hindi mo makalimutan.
Actually, pwede yung gamitin yung in case eh. Gawa ka ng ano mo doon, documents. At least, andun na yung
That's the benefit of Ncase.
So, na-discuss na ni Attorney Mike yung mga excluded lawyers na discuss na natin.
Marami yan, marami.
So, ito, yung Certificate of Exclusion, hindi pa po ba accessible sa ULAS portal?
Yes, not yet.
Okay.
Unfortunately, hindi pa.
Okay. Ito, last question, Attorney. So, dahil nag-serve na po ako ng ilang hours at balak ko po itong ituloy, mas mabuti po bang wag akong mag-apply ng Certificate of Exclusion?
No, you can actually apply for certificate of exclusion para
For this period.
for this period para excluded ka ngayon tapos whatever hours you've rendered carried over sa next.
Ayun.
So,
So,
Parang double ano eh.
Ako may tanong ako, attorney. So, dati yung sa time namin, may ano yun, silas.
Anong year yun?
Di ba yung silas?
sa,
Ano nangyari doon?
Okay,
legal aid.
Time mo yun, time ko yun.
Time natin.
Time natin. Okay, time natin.
Time na, ano
Okay.
nangyari doon?
Those who passed the
Kasi ang
bar,
daming
Yes.
legal aid na
Yes,
tinanggap
yes, oh.
natin, di ba?
those who passed the bar in the 2017 and 2018 bar, no, they were required to render the 120 hours community legal aid service.
Yeah.
Oh. So, unfortunately, it was discontinued. And then there are those that were able to comply. No? So, may benefit actually sa ULAS rules na if you were part of that batch, then nakakomply ka, you can actually use those hours. You can apply it. You can apply it for this compliance period and the immediately succeeding compliance period. So, for example, if naka 120 ka sa silas hours mo noon, you can use it for your first ULAS compliance
So,
period
paano,
and second ULAS compliance
ng
period.
mga certification na nakapag-comply tayo?
Your certification will be issued by your chapter.
Chapter.
Ah.
So, doon ka hihingi sa chapter
Yes,
na nakakomply ka.
Nakakomply ka ng these
Dati,
hours. Ah.
kung ilang hours. Kasi, naalala ko dati, matagal-tagal na din ako
Pero
sa
hanggang
practice.
kailan lang yun, attorney?
This and next compliance.
This compliance period,
And
first
next.
and second lang. First and second lang.
Kasi ang daming legal aid na salihan natin, di ba? Yung
Yes,
term mo
yes.
as president sa IBP, ang
Oh.
daming ano dun yan.
Yes,
Ang daming legal aid eh.
Oh.
At saka marami pa din akong legal aid na nasalihan dati. So, hingi lang ng certificate.
Yes, for those yung 2017 ito, yung under lang ng silas.
18 lang.
Oh, yung under lang ng silas.
Pero yung hindi doon, pero
Hindi.
nag-render din ng
Hindi,
ilang
hindi.
legal aid.
Hindi, because the reckoning point for the services is January 1, 2025. So, yung mga legal aid na ginawa natin dati, prior to January 1, 2025, it's not counted sa ULAS.
Hindi din counted sa silas yung kung...
Except for the silas lang, except for the silas.
Pero yung nasa ano, yung nasa... ang tanong ko kasi yung silas na... Kasi nagsimula yan 2017.
That is 2018.
2018.
For the 2017 and initially for the 2017 bar passers.
Yun nga.
So, yung naging lawyer ng 2018.
Up.
No,
yung 2018 lang talaga.
ano lang 2 years lang yung in-implement.
17 and 18.
Oo.
Ang hirap na tandaan nun. Hindi ko na maalala yun.
I remember kasi I was part of that batch. So.
Yeah. Sige. So, may questions ka pa, attorney? May
Frequently
parang...
asked questions.
Okay, so
Sige, pang madalian lang ito. Parang ano eh.
okay, so how are service hours measured? Ito yung ano, as I mentioned, no, it's so yung service hours is measured in increments of 6 minutes. So that's 0.1 hours.
Okay.
So if let's say for example, nag-notarize ka ng document 3 minutes, 3 minutes lang, kasi mabilis lang. 6 minutes yung minimum na i-ano mo. So regardless of very short lang yung ano mo, 6 minutes talaga yung minimum. Oh.
Okay. Sige, next.
And then it's again self-reporting basis
Honesty
and honesty
system.
system. So
Okay.
actual hours, no. Ito what supporting documents. Again, no,
Secure.
yung na-discuss ko na kanina, yung QBD, CLC, and yung mga other supporting documents, safe keep lang talaga.
Safe keep lang tayo,
Yes,
just
oo.
in case hindi ma-credit.
Yes.
Diba?
Kailangan ng additional documents. Yung ano ba?
What's naman canceled activity. What
Canceled
happens if
activity. Oh,
the
yeah,
activity
yeah,
is
yeah.
canceled?
Supposing may...
You can actually reschedule and use the same KA number.
pwede.
okay.
Because there's an option when you apply for accreditation, there's an option for tentative date.
Okay.
Oh. So, di ba?
Lagyan lang muna ng tentative.
Yeah, you can click the tentative date option. Para if na-cancel or na-move or na-change yung plans, you can still use the same KA.
Pero ang common na experience natin, Attorney Mike, yung for example, may sunog. Yung legal aid, kadalasan less than 7 days yan eh.
Yes, oh.
Di ba? Hindi ka pwedeng mag-apply.
Hindi.
Kasi
Hindi
7 days
pwede.
eh.
Yes. Hindi pwede.
Di ba? Parang
7
ang
days
hirap
talaga yung
naman nun,
pinaka.
di ba?
Well, again, you can still get hours if you do it
Yung mag-manual.
QBD, manual.
QBD.
So, hindi talaga pwedeng kalimutan talaga yung CBD.
Yes.
Kasi tayo.
CLC.
QBD.
QBD at CLC. Ang
Iba
hirap.
yung CBD. Pang ano yan, pang disbarment na yung CBD.
Sige.
Ang
Okay.
twister.
So, may questions pa ba?
If you have, for example, also, if you have unused KAA numbers, nag-schedule ka ng activity pero hindi natuloy, tapos hindi ka na nag-reschedule, doesn't matter, no? It will be considered as unused.
So, pwede pa din gamitin in the future.
No, hindi. Well, if you reschedule and if you click the tentative date option.
So mag-apply na tayo. Tentative na lang parati.
Yes,
Oo,
yes.
tentative ka eh.
Diba?
Pwede naman.
Kasi hindi naman natin
Oo.
alam kung
Kasi
ano
minsan, alam mo naman yung Philippines, pronto yung typhoon, yung mga ganyan.
Yes,
Yan,
oo.
yung
Diba?
lindol.
So, there are really times
Yes, you can click down.
na you cannot reschedule soonest.
Yes, oh.
Di ba?
And there's also a question before, pwede ba mag-join ng 2 or more registered organization? Hindi pwede.
Isa.
One
oo
lang.
nga.
One lang talaga because when you join a registered organization, yung account mo kasi, yung last account will be synced sa it will synchronize with the account sa registered organization. So, it's impossible to have two.
Yung nag-apply ka ng number of hours, hindi ka pwede magdagdag.
No, hindi na.
Kasi, for example,
Whatever is
For
approved.
example, 5 yung lawyers mo ngayon. Tapos, may bago kang na-hire. Pang-6. Can you add the 6?
Yes.
Pwede nga magdagdag.
Pwede.
Pero
Kasi minsan,
Yes.
sumobra na, may bagong hire, di naka-benefit din yung bagong hire.
Pwede mo yung dagdag, pero you need to, may mga repertorial requirements naman for updating your,
Okay.
the roster sa mo sa registered
okay.
Sa
organization.
registered organization.
So, pwedeng magdagdag.
Lawyers.
Sige.
Ah.
So, yung mga bagong hire, tanong nyo na lang sa firm, may excess hours kayo? Baka Oo nga, di ba? Sige.
Okay, so ito,
Recap.
recap na lang on what to do. So, everybody should register in a ULAS portal and determine if you are a covered lawyer or if you're excluded, you apply for exclusion. If you're part of a registered organization, make sure na maka-aggregate si registered organization. If you give free legal aid to qualified beneficiaries,
QBD?
yes, you secure the
Hindi
QBD
talaga yung
CLC.
QBD.
And of course, you dispense with that requirement if you join accredited legal outreach programs.
IDP.
Ito din, if you're appointed as counsel de officio, you should make sure to secure the counsel de officio order on the same day that you were appointed. And,
ang bagal minsan ng korte.
well, at least it's dated the same.
Okay.
Same day,
Sige.
Regardless of when nakuha.
Yes. You can claim for reimbursement, but again,
Wag na yun. Logi.
and generate your compliance period pag tapos na. Then, if you are required to comply kasi may deficiency ka, you file a supplemental compliance report. Afterwards, you get your certificate of compliance and then it becomes final 2 months,
2 months
or
after.
60 days after.
Okay.
And then, you get your ULAS compliance certificate number already, which you will include in your pleadings, in your notarial stamp, and then it's also a requirement when you apply for notarial commission.
Requirement na yung
sige.
ULAS number.
Yes.
So,
Or
guys,
ULAS extension.
panyeros, thank you for your time. Pasensya, at saka hindi tayo nakapag-start at 6
Kung
kasi
hindi
may
naman
accident.
naabutan, pwede nyo namang i-review yung live
Yes.
natin.
Yeah.
Available naman siya sa atin Facebook.
Sige.
Yun.
Attorney Mike, thank
Yes,
you very
thank you.
much. No,
Thank you
we've
for
learned a lot.
Attorney.
Thank you very much. Sige.
Maraming salamat.
Yeah. So guys, if ever you need a case management system, if ever you need a website, if ever you need a team management system, you can always download InCase. And you can also visit, yung InCase pala available sa
App
Android
Store
at saka
Play
Apple.
Store.
Yeah, App Store and Play Store. And then you can visit our website, incase.ph.
Incase.ph. And then see you next episode ng Off Court
Series.